Welcome back to IFA TV, where we replace speculation with education. But today we want to talk about the independent consultants that we work with. And today we have Chris Wynkoop, who we introduced in our last segment. Chris is an accountant. And when we have clients come in and they ask about accountants, I like to tell them that Chris is my accountant, and he literally does magic with my all my filings with the IRS. And I just think that, I don't know, you have any recent deductions that you were able to find,
Well,
Chris?
I was able to squeak one more out in your tax return, Mark. Actually, I found it right about here.
Oh, wow, look at that. Very good. Well, do you have any other tricks that you can play with the tax forms, or any other ways we can make some money?
Sure. I've got a couple of thoughts. One of the ways I thought was best is if you could take a plain piece of paper like this,
right,
and put it in an ink blotter. You can just rub the ink blotter on it, and it turns into green cash. What do you think?
That's amazing. We'll do some more of those.
Sure. This is something, we'll do some money tricks in just a minute, but this is something we do with 3 ropes, which if you wanted to examine, they're not elastic, magnetic, no hidden trapdoors. Problem is I have 3 ropes of a different length. And I thought the idea was to get it down to 3 ropes of the exact same length. Well, they're equal at the tops, but not at the bottoms. So if you bring the bottoms of the rope to the top, you should end up with 3 pieces the exact same length. Well, kind of, because they're now equal at the tops and bottoms, but sagging in the middle, if you can relate. Take a little wolf dust and sprinkle it over the top, and you end up with 3 pieces the exact same length. And sure enough, you end up with 1 piece of rope, 2 pieces of rope, and 3 pieces of rope the exact same length. But if you ever try it without the wiffle dust, you end up with 3 pieces of a different length.
Whoa, right back. Very good.
Thank you.
That's very interesting there.
I know another one we could do without that. If we just, actually this is a little story. My son was literally learning how to tie his shoes, and he was so proud of himself, but somehow during the day he'd get one of these. Later in the day he'd get one of these. So by the end of the day, old Dad was left with one of those, and he used to get so frustrated, but he said, "No, Dad, I'm a magician. Watch this."
Wow.
Show
Need
you
a little applause from the crowd here.
show you something else. My wife likes to go shopping, and I'm a pretty generous guy. I usually reach right in there and I give her $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, just because that's the kind of guy I am. But she sees it a little different. She wants me to just reach in there and go, and give her 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. What do you think?
Does the IRS catch on to these tricks, or?
They haven't been able to find out how they're done yet, fortunately for me.
Thank goodness.
We could do something else. This is something we do with 2 cards. And you can fold a card one of 2 ways. You can either go hamburger style or hot dog style. Once you fold it, say, hamburger style, right in the middle.
This
other way, yeah.
This way?
Other
this way?
Other way, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Right in the middle. Money's no object. Just give it a crease.
Oh, man. Okay.
Perfect.
Place that card.
Perfect. 2 cards. Take 1 card and you put it in the middle of the other card like this. You merely reverse the folds like this. Now, are you with me so far?
Yep.
Now, that's the easy part I can understand. The part I can never figure out is when you pass 1 card through the middle. I don't know if you ever had that happen to you.
Oh.
Every time I do it, it ends up like that, and something I can't figure out, but maybe you can later on.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Hey.
And what else we do? We could do something.
Any other tricks there
just
for
a
us,
few.
Chris? Anything up your sleeve there?
I do. I always have something up my sleeve. We can do something we call the 2-coin trick, for lack of a better name. We've got a silver coin, which is a Kennedy $50, and a copper coin, which is an Old English penny. Now, if I take one of the coins, like the silver coin, actually put it in my pocket, you remember what we had left over?
Copper one there.
Remember the 2 coins, the silver and the copper? A lot of times it's the copper coin that fools people. So if we take just the copper coin alone, put the copper coin back in my pocket, now you'll recall what we had left over.
Just that silver one.
Now remember the 2 coins. So I'll do it, tell you what, slow motion this time, 2 coins. 1 coin goes in this pocket.
Right.
And one coin, now you remember what color I put over here?
Silver.
And remember what we had left here?
Copper.
Now remember the 2 coins trick, the silver and the
man,
copper?
Look at this.
Now-
the money's multiplying here.
Which is your favorite color, Mark, silver or copper?
Well, I like the silver.
Okay, then I'll remove only the copper coin. If you take the copper coin,
Yeah.
put it in my pocket, if you're watching very carefully, you can tell exactly what you've gotten out of this. Nothing up this sleeve. On the other hand, you can see for yourself. Do one last thing before you.
I thought he made me disappear too.
Wait,
but I
he's
tell
got
you
one
what.
more here.
Okay, one more.
One more?
and then
We'll just do one more.
Talk about some other.
Because this is a
serious
special,
matters here. Okay.
a special maneuver of
This
the
is,
Wynkoop and Associates accounting firm.
If we can get a fix on these numbers, are you able to see that?
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we've got the numbers 1 through 8. And a lot of people don't know this, but 8's the heaviest number in a calculator because it's got the most digits in
Carricks,
it,
yeah.
most pixels. And right now, 8 stands on the top of 1 through 7, but if you put it at too much of an angle, it falls to the very top of the 1 through 7.
Is that your special calculator you use for those tax returns?
I
No?
swiped that from somebody's desk
Just
here.
anyway. Okay, great. All right. You want to come in, Tom? He made Tom disappear for a
But
while
I
also, by the way, and now he's reappearing.
Momentarily, I was gone, but and thank you. This is very
Thank you,
great
Tom.
stuff, and again, helping people with their tax, great stuff too, right?
Yeah.
'Cause we want to make sure that we
Yeah.
talk about that and
Yes.
And
all jokes aside,
all jokes
he's
aside,
a great accountant.
you can
so.
see that the sleight of hand works in many ways.
Yes.
No, just kidding there. And so we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we'll talk about some of the things you can all do, by the way, with or without Mr. Wynkoop's help around reducing your taxes when it comes to your investments.
Very
Right?
good.
We'll continue with all of that right here on IFA TV. Thanks for being with us. for
Thanks,
this
Chris.
special
Thank you.
program.